Russian special services have been heavily involved in the conflict in eastern Ukraine. From their officers commanding the so-called separatist forces to cyber attacks and old-school spying, Russian authorities have pulled out all of the stops in order to damage Ukraine. Here's an example. There's an organization formed by Ukrainians, veterans from the conflict, to help other veterans in trouble. After one of their public events, a girl started texting the leader of that group. They began talking about music. Later, her husband joined the conversation. We found out that in 2015, the man fought in the ranks of the so-called Donetsk People's Republic. He started telling us that they got interested in our activities and offered to organize paid demonstrations and provide money for them. After studying their pages and social networks, the human rights activists were sure their new friends were working for the Russian special services. It turned out that these people were involved in the notorious organization NASDAQ, which executes the political orders of the Kremlin. Its leader, Nikolai Dolsky, fled to Russia and, according to the security services of Ukraine, was engaged in organizing the shelling of the Consulate General of Poland in Lutsk and blocking an international highway in the Lviv region. With the help of activists, one of the provocateurs was detained. The man claimed that he had arrived in Kiev from Zaporizhia on the instructions of his friend Denis Latov to organize a paid demonstration. Several groups of people were informed about this. Then the police detained 34 people, workers from other regions and homeless people. They were hired that morning at the railway station, where they were paid $20 each. These people changed into a military uniform for persuasiveness. Hired protesters often perform provocative tasks. They break bottles and throw smoke bombs. These actions are beneficial for Russian special services because they lead to an aggravation of the political situation in Ukraine. Experts say that the Kremlin authorities have long been working on a plan to eliminate the independence of Ukraine with the help of Ukrainians. Now the main goal is to escalate the situation and cause a civil war. Ukrainians should always check the sources and organizers of a protest to ensure that they're not being led around. If in your organization there is a personnel policy and registration on paper, and meanwhile the administration conducts active political actions, then ask yourself questions. What is the reason for your registration? Traditionally, the number of Russians wishing to cross the Ukrainian border increases in the autumn. Yuri Kolesnikov states increased border controls on the Russian-Ukrainian border as proposed by the National Security Council is a justified step.